All right. Turn that down a little bit. Okay, I think we are good to go. Am I right or am I right? Let's do this real quick. Okay, let's check up on the stream. All right. What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with, you already know, another Guardians series recap slash series preview live stream. And oh boy, what a series I get to talk about this time. Facing the Red Sox, who, look at the standings, they've been taking up residence in the basement of the AL East. It doesn't really tell you how bad the Red Sox are, but how freaking amazing the AL East is this year. Whoever gets out of that division, I've talked about whoever wins the Central shouldn't even celebrate. We should just give our champagne to the winner of the AL East because my God, whoever wins that division, they are going to earn it. Now, right now, it looks like the Rays have that thing pretty much locked up tight right now, as they are 46-19. They're 29-6 at home. Oh my God. So 17-13 away, 17-12 against teams above 500. Yeah. But we had a 3-gamer against I'm gonna say a very mid Red Sox team. And I wasn't sure what to expect, as always, because I never know what to expect with this team. The Guardians are coming off a series in which they split with the Twins, which they should have won the series. But this team always has a game every series where they just look like they're dead. They just can't do nothing right. It happens every time. Meanwhile, the Rays, who I just talked about, they took the Red Sox to Pound Town, pretty much. Let's see what happened in that series. So, yeah, 6-2 on the fourth. Yeah. The Red Sox did take a game against the Rays, but I think that was it. They split a doubleheader on the third. On the fourth, it was Rays. On the fifth, Rays. And then, of course, right after they lose to the Rays 4-1, they hit the road, come to Cleveland. First game of that series, they put Big Maple on the mound against Bieber, who has not been good. I'll be honest. He has not been good this year. He's mid. It's scary, man. He is not himself. It's not like he's hurt. He just can't pitch. He reminds me of Kluber. I've seen the similarity ever since, man. Like, he's literally like a diet Kluber. Younger, his arm is healthier, technically, doesn't have nearly as many miles on it. But yeah, he's Kluber. It's so weird. I'm watching, what is this show? Well, Quick Pitch on MLB Network. I saw a player for the White Sox wearing like a face covering. It's like I haven't seen that in years, but that's because of the smoke. By the way, everyone in New York and the DC DMV area, hope you guys are staying safe with that smoke coming over from Canada because there's wildfires over there. It's scary up there in Canada, northeastern Canada. Ugh. I heard they brought in like firefighters from somewhere overseas to help assist because, uh, it's some nasty stuff. We saw that in California a couple years ago. But so I'm not going to Saturday game. I'm going to Sunday. Oh, so now you're going to Sunday. You get to see Bieber. Oh, great, have fun. But yeah, game one, we had the Beebs on the mound. They had James Paxton. And as usual, James Paxton looked like vintage James Paxton. Paxton. as he went out there and he pretty much shoved. 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 9 Ks. What more could you want? He was solid. We couldn't touch him. And yet we still almost won. Why? Because we got 2 runs off of him, and then we got 2 runs off of Martin. But then, you guessed it, an implosion. As Bieber went 5 2/3, 5 hits, only 1 run surrendered, 1 walk, 2 Ks. So he wasn't even bad. But the bullpen, and worst of all, Enya De Los Santos, man, what got into you? We brought him in there to close the game, to set up for Class A, and projectile vomited all over himself. 2 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks. I guess they showed his stat, and then that turned him into a scrub. Oh. I mean, in terms of how they scored, Naylor got us on the board in the bottom of the first with his 10th double, scored a run. Josh Bell scored a run, made it 2-0 right off the bat. And for the longest time, that's how we scored. That's the only runs we scored. In fact, those are the only ones that were scored in general. Until the top of the sixth, when Enrique Hernandez RBI single made it 2-1. And then the implosion came. Walked Devert, walked Hernandez, walked in a run, tied the game. And then Ref Snyder, of course, RBI single. And then Pablo Reyes, some NPC, freaking random guy, gets inserted, fly ball to right, makes it 4-2. And then Verdugo sac fly made it 5-2. But not to be outdone, the Guardians had a rally in them. But unfortunately, it was one of those fake rallies because Ahmed Rosario would actually single in a run, made it 5-3. And then Will Brennan, Willie, RBI double. And it sucks because Ahmed, I could just feel it in his head. Like he wanted to run third, and just try to get home and tie the game. But they held him up, and they put it in the hands of a guy that you don't really want to put it in the hands of. Miles Straw, nothing. We did diddly squat after that. Miles Straw, useless as usual. Freaking sad. He used to be so good. I don't know what happened. God, they're showing the freaking trade for the Yankees and Cubs from 2016. Gleyber Torres, McKinney, Adam Warren, and Rashad Crawford for Aroldis Chapman. And then, of course, the Yankees literally just yanked Chapman right back. It's like they sent him to Chicago with like a string around his waist or like a rope around his waist. And the moment that season ended, they said, "Get back here." But yeah, in terms of how the ninth inning went for the Guardians, did they have a chance or did they go out sad? Well, believe it or not, they had a chance. Actually, no, they had their top of the order coming up too, but they flopped. Ground out by Kwan, Arias struck out, and then Ramirez flew out on a ball that we all thought was leaving the yard. It was a loud out, number 3, and that was it. So we lose game 1 of the series. Paxton got the win. He's 2-1, 3.81 ERA. De Los Santos, he got his first loss, 2-1, 3.52 ERA. And Jansen nailed down his 13th save of the year with a 3.66 ERA. So, yeah, classic bullpen implosion. And what really stunk was the freaking Twins lost. I think that's what really sucks about it. We could have gained a game on them. Says today the Guards might be trading Bieber. Is that true? Possibly. It's probably going to happen. But what's up, Lamar? What's up, Jacob, of course? But yeah, President, how about that, huh? How about that game today, huh? I'll get that out in a minute. Yeah. So, game 1 was ugly. Game 2, better. Much better. As for the Guardians in game 2, we had Tanner Bybee on the mound. They sent out Carter Crawford, And Boston scored first. And yeah, like right off the bat, Devers RBI single made it 1-0 right off the bat, literally. But not to be outdone again, Josh Bell, the newest daddy on the team, RBI single made it 1-1. And then top of the fourth, they would go up 2-1 as Emmanuel Valdez reached on a fielding error because let's be real, Naylor just boink, mush brain moment. Well, it wasn't even a mush brain moment. I mean, it could be a concentration moment. I think it was more concentration. Usually you should be able to just get the ball to your glove and then just flip it. Or how about you just take it yourself? You shouldn't even need to flip it. Just take it yourself, right? But a run scored and it made it 2-1. But after that, it's like Naylor immediately redeemed himself. Literally, the next half inning, bottom four, Naylor RBI single tied the game up, immediately redeemed himself. And then the Red Sox saw us commit a dumb error and said, hey, we're the ones that commit the dumb errors over here, as they committed, I believe, a couple in this inning. Fielder's choice for Bell scored a run, a fielding error by Devers. There was also another error in there as well, I believe. And then it was at that point it was 3-2. And then Ahmed RBI double made it 4-2 in the bottom of the fifth. And then to put the icing on the cake, and I guess give us a little preview of what was to come, Jose Ramirez RBI double as well, capped off the inning and the scoring as he would put us up 5-2. And with Tanner Bybee on the mound, that's really all you needed. Because Bybee, he was shaky. He did have a somewhat stinky game. But overall, I mean, we did enough. Bybee went 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned because of the error, of course. 2 walks, 2 Ks. Bad, but he could have been better. It could have been much, much worse, though. But I will give a lot of credit to the bullpen because after Bybee gave up those runs, they were shut down the entire. They shut them down the entire game. Morgan, Hentges, Stefan, and Clase, they were nasty as usual, and you love to see it. And in terms of how Cutter Crawford did, 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, and 3 Ks. He takes the loss with a 3.68 ERA. Bybee gets the win. He is 2-1 with a 3.05 ERA. Carter Crawford 1-3, 3.68 ERA. Clase nailed down his 20th save of the year, league leading by a couple, and he's got a 3 flat ERA. So 3.00. And again, the Twins lost, so we gained a game. Love to see it. It doesn't really hurt as bad if we lose, if the Twins lose too. It only hurts when they win and we lose. That's where it hurts. But luckily, they lost, we won. Yes, sir. So then we go to today's game. Yeah, this was fun. And it's funny because I literally said I was going to stream this game. I wasn't sure I was going to stream it. Looking back, I kind of wish I did because this would have been lit. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, rest my voice and get ready for tomorrow. But I did post 2 videos, Blue Jackets and a Browns video. So go check those out. I just posted my Browns video right before I went live. Talked about mini camp and all that. Go check the videos out. Give them thumbs up, subscribe, all that other wonderful stuff. Let me know what you think. But anyways, so for this one, actually, did I go through Cutter Crawford's stat line? I think I did, but in case you didn't hear it from before, for Cutter Crawford, 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Yeah, 3 Ks. I went through his stat line. And then, of course, I already went through Bybee's stat. We talk about today's game, and yeah, like I said, the offense was sleeping for a while, but they woke up at the end. And unfortunately, it came at the expense of an old friend. Anyways, on the mound, we had Aaron Savale making his second start off the IL. coming off a solid game against the Twins. He was pretty good tonight, actually. 5 2/3. They tried to get him through 6, but it just really wasn't working out. Gave up a homer, and after that homer, I was like, "Yep, you're done. You're kind of overcooked, my dude. We got to get you out before you cost us this game. Trying to win." So yeah, he went 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 3 Ks, and a homer. That homer was probably one of those balls that any other day probably falls as a fly out, or it's a wall scraper. Somehow that thing got out. So I guess that's what happens every once in a while, I guess. But overall, he was solid, like I said. And then the Red Sox called up Dermody, whatever. Okay, some random NPC pitcher. 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 2 dingers to the same guy, Jose Ramirez. And it wasn't even the worst part. He did fine. He did good. You know, they actually DFA'd him right after the game. But yeah, he was fine. And then they brought in Corey Kluber. We all remember what happened the last time we faced Mr. Corey Kluber. He came in relief for Tampa in the playoffs, the clincher game, and Oscar Gonzalez sent one of his pitches into the seats and ended their season. Well, yeah, let's just say it was not good to watch if you're a Red Sox fan. I believe we had 8 consecutive hits off of Kluber in a 5-run 6th inning. And oh my God, there was like a hit parade. Our offense fattened up on poor Corey Kluber. It really sucked to see that because I love Corey. I love Corey. We all do. We all love Corey in Cleveland. If you watched the game, you saw the Guardians fans there actually gave Corey a standing ovation as he walked out. Not being trolls, but because we still love the guy. You know, it's impossible not to love him. You know, I mean, we called him Cluebot for freaking Pete's sake for how many years? I'm just happy we got the best out of him. Tito, being Tito, used up every little bit of juice in Kluber, and by the time we jettisoned him, he was a shell of himself. That injury he suffered in Miami a couple years ago might have completely cooked him for sure, for real. He has not been the same since. That injury he suffered in Miami against the Marlins a couple years ago, I think when he was trying to like flip the ball or something, he like cooked his arm, and he's been ever since. He honestly might need to retire. He might be cooked beyond belief. I mean, it's so sad to see. But in terms of scoring, obviously, like I just said, it was all Jose at the beginning. Solo homer in the bottom of the first, his 7th of the year. And then he would homer again in the bottom of the third, next time up. His 8th of the year, it was a 2-run shot. And then they would get on the board with a Duran RBI single, made it 3-1. And then Tristan Casas hit that home run that I thought was a routine flyout at first, off the bat, but it somehow got out 3-2. And from that point on, it was all Guardians. Bottom of the 6th, it came up right after the home run. And Jose solo shot his 3rd of the game. He has 9 home runs on the year. And yeah, so right now he leads the team in home runs now. I'm not sure about RBIs, but I know he leads the team in home runs. 1 over Naylor. But yeah, Jose back in the team lead in home runs with 9. 4-2 Guardians right after that. And then Jimenez RBI I'm sorry, no, 2-run double. 2-run double for Jimenez. He's starting to get hot. Even Miles Straw scored as he had an RBI triple. Made it 7-2. And then Will Brennan singled. Made it 8-2. He was actually out because it was the funkiest play ever. The ball went to third, and the third baseman didn't know what to do with it. I'm sorry, it wasn't third baseman. It was Kike, I think it was. He's like sitting here with the ball, like, what do I do with it? He didn't know where to go with it. Was it Rob Hefstein? Was it who? I don't even know who it was who even had the ball. He was like, what do I even do with it? And then because there's mass confusion, our base runners are like, what is he doing? Pretty much. And they didn't know what to do. And they got caught. So it was a double play. I think the run still scored and everything. And it was 8-2. So this is Will Brennan trying to extend a double. That's right. Yeah, he got credited with the single, but then again, yeah, a little foreshadowing. But Will Brennan would immediately redeem himself again. Bottom of the eighth, he would hit a line drive, frozen rope dinger off it literally dinged off the foul pole, made it 8-2, or no, 9-2, and then Jose Ramirez would hit into a fielder's choice double play as Devers threw it to second, and then Devers to Arroyo to Casas. It was very weird. Like I said, like yeah, it was a nutty game, but the run still scored. I believe. I think he still got the RBI. So I believe that's a 5 RBI game for Mr. Ramirez. His first time ever hitting 3 home runs in a game. And then Kike Hernandez RBI double made it 10-3, but that was it by that point. It was all Guardians after that 6th inning home run to cut the lead to 1. And yeah, the Guardians just took over this game. And like I said, Dermody did solid, 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, and everything, 2 homers to 1 guy. He's got the 6.75 ERA, got DFA'd immediately after the game, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and then, like I mentioned earlier, Savale was nice, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs. Classic Savale. He was classic Savale tonight. Love to see it. Savale got his 2nd win of the year. He's 2-1 with a 2.31 ERA. Dermody took the loss. He's 0-1, 6.75 ERA, and he got DFA'd after the game. Tough. And they're showing the highlights now. Can't believe he did that. First career 3 home run game. He hit his 200th career RBI home run and his 700th career RBI. So yeah, Guardians win. They're 29-33 on the year. Red Sox are now under 500. And their year of mid continues. Oh yeah, see, there's Devers. He's like, oh, because he caught dude in the rundown. That's what happened. He caught Arias in a rundown, and then Jose, completely confused, was like, what's he doing over there? Kind of got caught in between. Oh well. Watching the highlights. But yeah, it's like, not too often we win a game like this. Offense was good. Pitching was all right. But the offense just completely tore them up. Poor Corey, man. I still feel bad for that guy. Like I said, he might need to retire or something after this year. I think he might be cooked. Legit. Switch hitters with 3+ home runs in a game. Jose Ramirez, Victor Martinez, and Carlos Baerga. Wow, it's been since 2004 and then 1993. 10th player in franchise history to reach 200 home runs. That's crazy. He tied, I think he just passed Travis Hafner today, too. So that was pretty cool. But overall, great game out of everybody on the Guardians. Great series. Should have been a sweep, but Enya De Los Santos vomited up his lunch and everything. It was bad. Not really, but he might as well say he did. He vomited up the lead. How many times now have we blown a multi-run lead late in a game? It's too much. Too many times. And you just can't help but look at this division and think, man, where would we be right now if we weren't ass in May? Because we were butt cheeks in May. We would probably be dominating this division right now if we weren't butt cheeks in May. Like, we could not win a series at all in May, it seemed like. And now here we are. We're looking good. We've won, I think, 3 of our last 4 series. Yeah. Since we got swept, we've been looking amazing. Runners of scoring are scoring. The bats are awake. I mean, this team could not hit over 3 runs for what seemed like forever. And now we're scoring like crazy. Hope this keeps up though. So now we look at what's up next. And we got the Astros coming to town. Astros, believe it or not, are in second in their division. They're 5 games back of Texas. Freaking Texas. Bruce Bochy goes there and they turn into a juggernaut. That's freaking crazy. What's up, Jordan? You said you swept the Cubs and my Angels beat the Cubs 3-1. As an Angels fan, I'll do you a favor. Beat the Astros. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Of course, trying to see who the Angels even play. Angels play Seattle. Oh, that'll be a fun series. But yeah, Minnesota, they play Toronto. We play Houston tomorrow. It'll be Christian Javier, 7-1 with a 2.84 ERA, up against our lefty Logan Allen, 3-2, 2.76 ERA, 47 Ks. Javier has 72 strikeouts. He's probably their best pitcher right now. But yeah, Javier, nobody's been able to touch him on our team. Like literally nobody has any homers or RBIs. Best hitter is Kwan, batting 400 with 5 at bats. Oh no, and Jose too. But we'll see what happens. Of course, nobody's faced Allen from their side, so it'll be interesting to see how this series goes. And then for game 2 of the series, where are we at here? There we are. Okay, 6:10 p.m. Tristan McKenzie against France. I think it's JP France or whatever. France is 1-1, 3.44 ERA, 29 Ks. Of course, McKenzie did not get the win in his last start, but he has no ERA and he has 10 Ks. We have never faced France, but they have definitely gotten to McKenzie. Altuve has 2 homers, 2 RBIs. Abreu has an RBI. Alvarez is not going to be playing, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. He actually left today's game with oblique soreness or discomfort, so we'll see if he plays. 2 RBIs. Bregman has a home run and an RBI. And then after that, nobody else has really been able to. They've either barely faced him or they haven't really been able to get after him. So it's mainly their core players, Bregman, Alvarez, Altuve, and Abreu. Those are the guys we need to worry about. And then we go to the third game of the series, where it'll be Brandon Bielik, I think it is. 3-2, 3.35 ERA, 30 Ks against the Beebs. 4-3, 3.57 ERA, 55 strikeouts. Again, we've never faced Bielik, and against Bieber, Abreu has 3 homers, 5 RBIs. He's the only one that has done anything against Bieber. This is post Spider Tack Bieber, and we'll see how this series goes. Hopefully, Mother Nature behaves. And then, of course, after this series, we have an off day, and then I believe we head out west. Oh joy! Yeah, we go to San Diego. Well, at least for that San Diego series, I think it's a 3-gamer, so we'll have essentially our 3 best pitchers pretty much going. It'll be the same 3 that we just had. Essentially. Yeah. It'll be what? Bybee? So no, it'll be Bybee, Savale, and Allen. It's actually a solid 3. And with how mid they are, we might actually be able to beat them. We have the same record as the Padres. But yep, this should be a very fun series. I see the Yankees and the Mets are facing off. What a lovely series that is. Mets are paying a crazy amount of money to be under 500. That's tough. You really hate to see that. Be so pissed if Bell isn't playing. Why wouldn't he play? Why wouldn't Bell be playing? He's back now, buddy. I don't know why he wouldn't play unless they just give him a rest day or something. There's no reason for him not to play. Unless he gets hurt or something, but hard to really say at this point. You never know with this team. But in fact, before I head out, let's actually take a look at the stat leaders for this team. Let's see what the stat races look like. Okay, let's take a look at the stat leader. Okay, come on. There we go. Let's look at the stats leaders because we all know people love stats. So individual, let's go Guardians. I just want to see where Jose is in terms of RBIs. I don't think he passed Naylor. He has 36. This updated, so he leads the team in home runs by one, but he's still 7 RBIs behind Naylor. That's freaking crazy. Wow, he's got 36 RBIs. Naylor has 43. You think it's like, oh, that's not too bad. The league leader in RBIs is Yordan Alvarez with 55, and he has 17 homers. He almost has twice as many homers as Jose. It's actually insane considering Yordan and Ardolis Garcia are top two in home runs and RBIs. No, I'm sorry. No, it's not even Yordan. In terms of home runs, obviously Pete Alonso leads that. Alonso, Judge, Muncy, Alvarez, Olson, Soler. My goodness. And then you have Betts and Otani at 16 with Schwarba. And then you get down to the 15s and wow, not a guardian in sight. Not a guardian in sight. And then you go to RBIs, and I think Naylor should, yeah, there's Naylor. Naylor's tied for ninth in RBIs. Like, who would have ever thought Naylor would be there? Like, that's insane. Stolen bases. Who leads the league in stolen bases? Oh, Asturi Ruiz has 29 stolen bases. Man, this dude heard about the rule change making the base bigger, and he's like, I'm gonna feast now. He's taken complete full advantage of that. Stephen Kwan is 24th, or tied for it with 10th. 10 stolen bases on the year. Let's take a look at the Guardians just real quick. I want to see who leads the team and all these other stats. Oh my God, our team leader in stolen bases is Stephen Kwan with 10. In terms of caught stealing, Andres has been caught 3 times, so he could easily have 10 too. Average is Josh Naylor with a 277. On base percentage, Kwan 338. Slugging is 474 for Jose. OPS is 807 for Jose. Wow. Team leader in runs scored is Kwan with 40. Hits is Kwan with 63. Doubles is Jose with 17. Triples is Ahmed with 4, because of course he hits 4 triples. When he usually hits a ball deep and it doesn't go out, it's usually a triple for him. It's crazy. He's like the king of triples on this team. King. I guess you could say if he leads the team in home run and triples, he might get the triple crown. Ah. Okay, that's enough. But yeah, RBIs. It's actually shocking to see Josh Naylor lead that stat. And then you have Jose, who's 7 behind him. Bella's 7 behind Jose. 18 for Brennan. Kwan's got 18. 16 for Jimenez. 15 for Ahmed. Straw has 11. Zunino has 11. Like, that's freaking crazy. 57 strikeouts. Ugh. That's nuts. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys tonight. So I'm going to head out and relax for the night, and we'll see if anything else happens. As, like I said in my video just now that I posted for the Browns, Browns got a month off now. It's going to be quiet. Might have a move or two, I think, but I don't know. Don't we play the D backs? Yep, we do. Yep. We played Diamondbacks coming up on this upcoming West road trip. We go to San Diego and then go to Arizona, and I believe that'll be like I think right around Game 6 and 7 of the NBA Finals. And if you're wondering, Jacob, yes, I will talk to JB Taylor about possibly collabing for one of those games. We're probably only going to do one of those games. I don't think we're going to do many more than that. Because the NBA Finals are still going on at that point, if they're still going on, unless the Nuggets just take them out in 5, in which case we might do 2. Hard to say at this point. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this one, guys. So, again, as always, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and hope to see you all tomorrow night for Game 4. Heat Nugs. If the Nuggets win tomorrow and they go up 3-1 in this series and they have a chance to win it all at home, oh boy. That would be crazy. But I think the Heat are going to win tomorrow. Yeah, I think the Heat are going to win tomorrow. But they need their freaking role players to step up. Caleb Martin, Vincent. We know Strus is going to show up. He's been showing up really well since he had that horrible game where he didn't make a single basket. He's been showing out. One of the only guys in terms of role players who's actually showed up. We need the other guys to show up too. But should be a fun series to wrap it up here. Heat try to win tomorrow and make it a best of 3. See how it goes. So, and then of course, if I hear anything else about the Blue Jackets, like if there's any rumors, I'm be making a video because now that we're getting to the weekend again, news might slow down. But then again, that might pick up, especially as we're getting closer to the NHL draft. And I know some of you hockey fans are like, wait, you do hockey? Yeah, I haven't streamed a hockey game in a couple years, but I might do a couple games. I didn't do any games this year because the team stunk and I wasn't going to waste my time. But, if I have the ability to, which it's going to be tough considering the Cavs are beyond for at the same time as the majority of their games. But yeah, if they're playing and the Cavs aren't, like during a weekday or something, I might do a Blue Jackets game. That'd be fun. And I might even ask Rocha about collabing or something for a Sharks Jackets game, if possible. Oh well. We'll see how it goes. Cannot wait for NHL free agency and such, and same with NBA too. Free agency and NHL and NBA are going to be so lit. But I love saying but I like but giggity ha ha ha. But can't stop saying it, bro. Oh, hope you guys have a great night. As I say after every stream, don't do anything dumb. I don't want to hear about you in the news. You getting in trouble because Crazy Dog told you to not do something dumb and you said, you can't tell me what to do. So I went out and robbed somebody and I wound up getting beat up. I got mugged. And let me warn anybody out there, all right? Because in this day and age, you got freaking psychopaths. People don't know how to mind their own business half the time, too. They'd be ungrateful, too. Can't tell you how many times I've ran into an ungrateful person. I could have a whole ass story time stream just talking about times I've ran into someone who was completely ungrateful. In fact, just recently I ran into an ungrateful freaking lunatic. Damn near got into a fight because of a dog. Right? Yeah. Crazy dog, tell us more. I'll tell you this real quick. This one little thing. I don't want to get too deep into it. Pretty much, dog got out. All right, came to my house because that's where all the animals like to come. They come to my house. They know me. They're like, I want to go to Crazy Dog's house. He's freaking awesome. Better than my owner. I'm going to go over there. Yeah. So the dog comes to my house. I'm like, oh, that's not our dog. We gotta take it back home. We're being generous. We take it back home. You know, we tell the owner politely, with class, it's your dog. Okay, it's your dog. Because where we live, there's coyotes. There are animals out here that would make a lunch nice, nice little 2-course meal out of that animal. It's your dog. Not to mention, cars go up and down the street. It may be a gravel road, but people still drive on it. Especially, when there's speed demons on side by sides, little ATVs. They'd be flying down here. It's like, man, if a deer flies out in front of you, you are history, buddy. For reals. It was interesting to say the least. Took the dog to its house. We politely told the owner to watch your dog, and to be honest, the owner was civil, but someone in her family had a bit of a mouth, and for some reason she had the nerve to run her mouth a little bit, just a little bit, for no reason. You know. Funniest part was that I don't even think it was her dog. I don't know. Then to wrap up the story, police were called, or in this case, the sheriff. He took care of it. Pretty much told them, you are not allowed on their property. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you do, put a toenail on their property, that is trespassing, and you will be subject to arrest. It's pretty much the way it's been. And the best part is, haven't seen them since. Because usually they'd be driving by, every once in a while. Haven't seen them since. We've seen them one time, but it was in a different car. I'm telling you, for anyone who lives in the South, like I'm talking the South South, I'm kind of like in the Mid South area. I'm like borderline, but I'm more like closer to Ohio than anything, though. For anyone who lives in like the country South area, Tennessee, Kentucky, like northwestern Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland area around there, like the Western Maryland area, mountains. If what I've learned, you don't walk onto someone's property because if you do, you're risking it. Because they do carry out firearms, they are armed, they will protect their property. You know, I don't know. It's just lunacy, especially don't be fighting over random things. It's not worth it. And this has been your TED Talk with the crazy dog. Or should I say a dog talk? Ooh, that's a good segment thing. Ooh. If I ever did, write that down. If I ever did just a chill stream, or like a story time, I'm going to call it dog talk. Yeah. Me coming up with ideas. That right on the fly. Yeah, there we go. Like, maybe there will be a time where I do a stream that doesn't really have anything to it. I might just pop on and just talk with the people. That'd be a dog talk stream. Maybe it'll be a story time. Heck, maybe someday in the future, I just go full in depth on this story. The time Crazy Dog almost fought somebody. And the funniest part was, it could have all been avoided. It was all over a dog. Crazy Dog, what if they're watching? I really don't care. So what would have been hilarious, guys, was so after here, I'm just gonna end it with this, all right? At the end of the altercation, as I was about ready to leave the neighbor's residence, all right, we were exchanging words. Words were said. Nothing, racist or anything. Just usual, because obviously they were Caucasian like me. They were just, spewing words. You know, maybe some F bombs were thrown, and then we left, or I left, whatever. And I get back home. I settled down because this is right before a stream. In fact, this was a mere, I think, hour or so before the big Guardians O stream where we scored 12 runs. That's so crazy, too. Am I streaming this series? I might do a game. We'll see. I might do the Mackenzie start. Yeah, I might do that game. But we'll see. I'll have more information probably tomorrow night or whatever. But it was a whole mess, and the funniest part was apparently my neighbor had a son who I guess didn't like me very much, which is it's hilarious, especially when you hear how old the kid was, you know, freaking 15 years old trying to fight me. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, right? So like, what if they're watching? They're gonna know. Again, I don't care, especially because if that kid is somehow watching, I mean, I mean, if you're watching this and you tried to fight me, bro, wait until he finds out that I'm freaking 12 years older than him. And I could have been thrown in jail if I would have fought him because he's a minor and I can't do that. Saturday game so I can come. I can't Sunday. I might do that game. We'll see. But this has been your story time, little end of the stream. I just thought it was hilarious. I'm like I said, be fighting with people, man. It's not worth it. There are certain things you fight for, not that. Don't like I say always. Don't be dumb. You could get yourself hurt, into trouble, or get yourself hurt and then in trouble. I guess it's not worth it. People are too crazy these days. You don't know what they got in their freaking possession. If someone cuts you off in the street, just, you know, don't escalate any situation. Because, like I said, they could have a knife or something. You don't want to get yourself in that situation. You know, that's all I got for you guys tonight. Shout out to everyone who came through. Shout out to Jordan. Good luck to your Angels in this series against the Mariners coming up. Shout out to Jacob, Lamar, and everybody. Hope to see you all tomorrow night for another dope ass NBA final stream. And this is the quickest turnaround I think of the series too. After today, I think it's like back to 3 days after between games, with like 2 days off in between. But this was a fun day. Did 2 videos and a live stream. Hopefully, we get some more rumors and stuff coming out about the Blue Jackets. We'll see what we do about a coach. And then free agency will be here. And I'll be doing videos when we sign anybody or trade for anybody. It's going to be lit. Guardian streams, Blue Jackets slash Browns slash Cavs videos, and then Browns streams. By the way, the Browns will have 2 of their 3 actual preseason games, not counting the Hall of Fame game, because of course that's going to be televised. But 2 of the 3 games in the preseason are going to be televised on NFL Network for the Browns. The only one that's not being televised on NFL Network is the first one against Washington. So I might have to use NFL Plus for that one. But yeah, so can't wait for the preseason to get here. It's almost here, man. Just think though, next month, training camp. And you know what that means? I'll be doing my training camp preview videos as always. Keep an eye out for those. But I've been rambling on for almost an hour. I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Shout out to everyone who came through. Big series dub for the guards. Let's keep rolling. And let's put some more pressure on the old Twins, huh? Hopefully the Twins keep losing against Toronto, and we can maybe take the series against Houston and make things very interesting heading out west. So, no, I can't wait. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. I'm heading out. Have a good rest of your night. And as always, don't do something stupid. And see you tomorrow night. Unless something else happens, and I'll see you in my next video or whatever. But if I don't see you in my next video, which could happen at any moment, you never know, tomorrow, Am I going to post any videos tomorrow? Probably not. Let's be honest, unless something happens. But I'll see you tomorrow night for Heat Nugs. I'm Crazy Dog, and I'm out. Bye bye. Have a good night, everybody. Sleep tight. And as always, don't do anything dumb. Okay? Chill out. Stay cool. No, stay crazy. Ah. Go Guardians, man. Big wins. Big series win. We needed this. Feel so bad for Corey. Corey Kluber. Klubot. The Klubot is broken. Feel so bad for Corey, man. It hurt my soul seeing us torture him like that. But, as they said in the Pirates of the Caribbean, it's only business. This ain't personal. It's strictly business. Yeah, I'll see what I can do, Jacob. I might do the Saturday game. We'll see. But yeah, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Guards.